So I lost my virginity at a young age, at an age where I shouldn't have. It was clearly too early to happen. But when I did that, I felt like I let somebody in, you know. I gave them a piece of me. That was me showing that I cared, showing that I loved them. Or in a weird way, vice versa, I was getting love from them. Then every relationship after then was kind of the same thing. I treated my body as a way to show them, hey, I'm all in, I care, and I needed that reciprocated. Like, oh, he likes me, you know. He's ownership of my body. He has ownership over my body, and he like it made that connection. Like, we're together. Like, he cared for me. He was there for me, and in my mind, that showed me like some form of love, which I realized like wasn't that, but I would keep on making sure I had a boyfriend, you know, filling my time up so I can get to the point to have sex with them, to show them I love them, that I was all in this relationship, and hoping that they would reciprocate that love or those feelings, and it never seemed to happen. So that relationship would end. It would always be like at a 1.5 year point. It consistently was at a 1.5 year point. And I guess never really moved forward to that. I was like, there needs to be something more. But I just kept giving my body, just seeing like, oh, if I do this, you know, if I give a little more, he will love me. Trying to fill a void that I had, but never really knew why I had it. And I slowly began to realize, like, while I'm giving my soul and my body to this person, what am I getting in return? What am I getting from him that's gonna help me fill this void? And trying to figure out who I was in the process. Like, why was I doing this? Why was I giving my body to this person to feel loved? And why did I feel like I didn't have love already? There came a point where I just really had to like stop and self-reflect, like, what is it that I'm missing? And why am I missing it? And that was when I realized I didn't know who I was. And at that time, I didn't understand I was already being loved unconditionally. Not from my parents and my family, but from something much deeper, something that fed my spirit. And that was with God. God's love never changes, no matter what you do or how you do it. He will always be there. And when I realized that, it kind of brought me down to the things I was already doing. I was like, well, how can he love me if I did X, Y, and Z? You know, like, how can I love myself? How can I move forward in that? How can I receive the blessings that I know God has for me if I've been such a bad person? And that's how I saw myself. I saw myself as a bad person, like I was undeserving. And when I kept, you know, reaching out to him and reading his word, no matter how undeserving I felt, God didn't feel that way. God forgave me. God loved me. Yes, it's something I wish I hadn't done, but at the same time, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have come into the love and grace of God and his understanding of, why am I here? Why does he love me so much? No matter how I was back then, doesn't have to determine who I am now. And I realized I no longer had to give pieces of myself to feel love. I know that I am worthy of God's love. I am strong. I am not that person I used